This is a poem called Around the Boundary Twice. Whilst he was playing cricket, we walked around the boundary. We talked about all sorts of things, how she wants to save the trees. I said, but what about the dining table and the garden shed? Each of these has come from trees, but now they're other things instead. Yeah, but we should still save the trees. I agreed and just said, yeah. I think you mean the rainforests in Brazil. She replied, I think it's somewhere over there. She said, what if you were a tree and I came along and chopped you down? I said, well, I don't think trees feel a thing. They do, she said, eyes open, wide and brown. She said, Daddy, I think eating meat is very, very bad. I said, okay, what about the sausages and the chicken that you've had? She said, yeah, but you can't help what you eat. That made me laugh a little bit. I don't like many vegetables, she said. She doesn't like them much, I must admit. I said, so what you're really saying is it's okay for us to eat a pig? Because you don't really like vegetables. I thought I'd better dig. Yeah, it's okay for me to eat a sausage, otherwise how will I survive? Oh, I said, I see, I said. There's some for you, and the others will keep alive. She giggled rather loud at that. I laughed a little too. I love these little conversations on a Sunday afternoon. What else should we talk about, I said. Do you think there is a God? She asked aloud. What do you think? I asked instead, on a bench by the cricket crowd. Well, how else would we all exist? How did all this stuff get here? I don't know, I said. What do you think? Despite having my own idea. Well, see, she said, Adam and Eve, they came along, they had children, and they had children too. And eventually, as time went on, they had me, but before that, they had you. Okay, I get that bit. That makes sense. But what about the trees and things, I said. She went on to say, they just appeared, but now they're tables and chairs instead. We laughed again, and she went on. There were other gods up there too. There's a fire god, a water god, and then the god for me and you. Then she said, Daddy, what if everyone moved up into outer space? What would happen to the world? I said, it would be a better place. Only joking, I said to her. But I'm not sure humans would survive. We need the things that Earth provides to keep us all alive. I wouldn't like to go to space, she said quite seriously. It would be dark and cold and weird and stuff, and it doesn't really appeal to me. I'd love to go to space, I said. I'd see Earth clearly from the moon. Then we ventured back to training on that Sunday afternoon. You don't always need to find things to do. Sometimes walking is quite nice. We had so much stuff to talk about. We walked around the boundary twice.